Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Scorpion LLXP Sports. I am your host, and we have a lot to talk about. The Browns, your Cleveland Browns. These guys right here. Somehow, some way, in the fifth round, got Shedeur Sanders. Now, I haven't been on here in a while, so a lot of people don't really know my opinions on that. I was not a Shedeur hater. I never liked him in round one. I did not want the Browns to get him in round two. Number two overall, if that was going to happen, I didn't like that at all. For a fifth rounder, who cares? I mean, whoever wants to argue and complain that, the Browns, the Browns took Gabriel and, now they took Shedeur. The Browns are doing what the Commanders did last year. Not last year. Several years ago with RG3 and Kirk Cousins. You really think, Gabriel was there in the third round. Is he my favorite? No, but I think he's a good quarterback. He's small and he's good with his legs. He's good with running packages. It's the same thing. He's basically a smaller version of Milroe, who people were going gaga over. I liked Gabriel more than Milroe, personally. I liked him more than Milroe. Did I think the third round was a reach? Yes. Do I think he could be a solid quarterback? Yes. The Browns draft, to me, is good and also leaves a lot to be desired. The first round, you traded back with the Jacksonville Jaguars and got a future first round pick, and you got another second round pick, which you used in this year's draft to get Quinshon Judkins, which I love. I was so happy when the Browns made that pick. Yes, is TreVeyon Henderson better? Like a better back overall? I think Henderson is a more well-rounded back. But for what the Browns need right now, I think Judkins was the better pick. Judkins is going to be the bowling ball that runs through the offensive line and is going to get you 3 to 4 yards a carry, maybe even more because he could shed tackles. The dude is built like a monster, and he is going to be absolutely amazing. Mason Graham in the first round, I think, is an excellent pick. Anyone who disagrees with that, I understand. He went to Michigan, and he did this, and he did that. I don't care. The dude is a wrecker when he's on the field. A absolute freak on the field. He's always been like that, especially with Michigan. They know what they're doing in that regard. The Browns needed a defensive tackle opposite Michael Hall and Collins. So you needed both of those guys. Now you got a third guy who I think could show you that he is an absolute monster. And in the second round, you ended up getting Judkins, who is just amazing. I couldn't believe it when the Browns made the pick. And then the Browns ended up getting, I'm looking up his name right now. I know it's Carson Swaysinger. I'm very sorry if I botched your name so hard. I'm very sorry. This dude was the Dick Butkus Award winner. That is the best linebacker in college football. All right? With unknowns still going through about JOK's injury. They've been very tight-lipped about everything. Do you understand the fact? You have to understand, guys, that this team needs bodies. And they got some decent bodies. In the third round, you got Harold Fannin Jr., who is amazing. That dude is a steal. I thought someone was going to take him in the 3rd round. That dude is a baller. That dude is a freak. The dude can catch, he can run, and he has just enough speed to beat some safeties. The dude is built different, and I am so excited to see him. I'm excited to see Judkins, Swinger, Mason Graham, Fannin, Dylan Gabriel. I think that he has promise. That kid has plenty of promise. He's older than me. I don't know why I said kid. The guy is 24 years old and was undefeated going up against Ohio State. And then ended up beating Ohio State because Will Howard decided to have an oopsie poopsie moment. I understand that. The dude has shined where he needs to shine. Whoever wants to crap on that pick, I understand it was a bit of a reach, but the Browns needed a quarterback at the time. And I really thought that the Browns were going to take Howard there, and they didn't. It's fine. I'm not a big fan of just saying whatever about a player until the player actually plays. I want to see the kids play. Let the guys play. Before everyone goes like, well, this guy sucks, and this guy sucks, and this guy sucks, and this guy sucks. This draft is the worst draft I've ever seen. Okay. Anyone that says that this is the worst draft the Browns have had in so long, you clearly forgot about 2014. You clearly forgot when we had 2 first-round picks and chose Justin Gilbert and Johnny Manziel. Whoever says that this is the worst draft the Browns have had in a long time is stupid. It is stupid. These guys haven't even played a snap yet. A snap in the NFL. Nothing. How could you even say that these guys are going to be bad just on the spot? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. Now, the one thing that I do have concerns about are the fact that the Browns got Judkins and Dylan Sampson, who are both great. I think Sampson is the guy that's going to make the offense go. He's going to be the guy that's going to be in there on most passing downs because he can also catch a little bit. Judkins isn't really a receiver. He's going to be there for the running plays. Now, they could switch off, of course, because they're both fantastic runners. But don't be surprised if Judkins is in there more on passing plays as well, just for the fact that he's going to be a damn good blocker. They could be doing 2 personnel with that stuff, and Judkins could be more of the fullback, and Sampson could be running a route. They're going to be really good together. And especially for a team that needed a good starting running back, you got 2. You got 2 quality running backs there. And that is not a slight against Jerome Ford in any way, shape, or form. I thought he got a raw deal because he didn't have another back to help him out. So to have him be the 3, I love it. And Pierre Strong is a solid running back, especially for special teams purposes. But here's the main problem. Is Nick Chubb coming back? Does taking Dylan Sampson basically say, we are not bringing Nick Chubb back? I don't know. I hope that doesn't mean that, because if that's the case, then that's stupid. And I personally don't think that Nick Chubb is going to be the 1,000-yard back he was. I don't think he will be. And that's not a slight towards him. It's just the reality of the game. The dude has played so well and so physical that these last 2 years watching him, it hurts. It hurts because he had that injury. That awful, awful injury against the Steelers. And I understand it was awful. And then everyone, including myself, and it was stupid, and I apologize, were like, well, he's going to come back, and he's going to have 1,000 yards, and he's going to be great. I stupidly said that. He needed time to heal. He needed time to heal. We rushed him back too early. And then once he came back, he got hurt again with his ankle. So, is this a sign for what his game is now? Is he going to just be hurt? I don't like that. Now, I wouldn't mind if they put Strong on the practice squad and they brought Chubb back and just have Chubb be in there as like a mentor, or just bring. Honestly, this is what I want the Browns to do. Chubb, I don't know how much you have left in the tank. I know it's going to hate hearing this. I wouldn't be opposed if he retired and the Browns bring him back as like a consultant or like a running back coach with Deuce Staley. I think that would be a magnificent play, a magnificent hire. The dude he lives and breathes Cleveland. He could still play. It's just a matter of fact of does he want to play. I want him to play. I want him to wear the orange and brown. I don't want him going anywhere else, and neither do you. Who is pounding the table saying, we want Nick Chubb to go somewhere else? Not a soul. No one in Cleveland wants Nick Chubb to go anywhere else. No one. I don't want him to go anywhere else. I want him here. I want him here. And I don't even care if he gets on the field and he has a bad year. I don't care. It's just the fact that he's here because he's such a good role model to the community. He brings hope to the franchise just in the way he talks. I mean, the dude is a badass. I mean, let's just say that. He is a badass. And I really want the Browns to think about this. Go into the year and just give us something to play with. Give us something to play with here. You already brought Joe back. That's great. You brought Joe back. Wonderful. I'm so happy you brought back Joe Flacco. That is great, and that is perfect. And I love the fact that they took 2 quarterbacks in this draft because guess what? If Pickett stinks, then here's what you have next year. You have Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and if both of them stink, you can move on from one of them, and you could draft a new guy next year. If you don't want to use that next year, then guess what you can do? Draft a receiver, draft a lineman, do this, do that. You could do so many avenues, it'll be crazy. Because you have 2 first-round picks now, and if you guys plan to suck, which if you are, I mean, I get it, it's fine. I don't think the Jaguars are going to be that good, personally. They can have everything all they want. I think Trevor Lawrence is as mid as you can get. So, and this is coming from a Browns fan. You know what? I love Trevor Lawrence on this team. Yeah, he's hell of an upgrade over what we had. But I'm just putting in my 2 cents. I think the defense they have is always very mediocre. I think they choke in. He's a big choker. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence to run that team. So when the Browns traded that pick to them, I was overjoyed because are the Jaguars a team that people are going to be like, they're Super Bowl contenders. You know, that's going to be a top 20 pick for the Browns. No, it's not. It's going to be a top 15 at worst. At worst, it's a top 15 pick. And the Browns came out of this like, I don't want to say looking like geniuses because that sounds so stupid because they're not. But it's the sole fact that he ended up that the Browns ended up doing all of these things. And they got a lot of good pieces. They've built a lot of pieces around their offense. My only issue is they didn't get a tackle. Excuse me. No tackle and no wide receiver. It's my only issue. Guess what you can find a tackle and a wide receiver in? Find them in an undrafted free agency. Go with that. You'll be fine. Maybe look at free agency again. See who we have. But that's it. Unless they want to trade a future pick or something like a 7th, like 2 7ths, and move up and get a few quarterbacks. They don't need another quarterback right now. Get a receiver or something. I don't know. Who's the best available? Isaiah Bond's still available. Screw it. Trade a 7th next year and move up. Who cares? I think he'll be decent, you know. Like, you know, as I'm recording this, Isaiah Bond is still available. You know, obviously that could change. Let's not get crazy here. I mean, the Browns have plenty of guys they can look at. I mean, there's receivers all over the place. You don't need to get a receiver in the first round for them to have any talent. I mean, the Browns have Judy, they have Tillman. Tillman's been hurt, but still they have Tillman. But they also have some decent pieces there. Now, they need more. They need something out of David Bell or Jamari Thrash. Maybe one of them can turn into something. Or maybe Michael Woods. I thought he showed a lot of promise last year. So I don't know. But so far, from everything I know, I think the Browns absolutely had a tremendous draft. And I think they're going to be not good, but watchable. And that is the key. I mean, they got Shedeur Sanders with their last pick. That's Shedeur Sanders with their last pick. That's absolutely insane. Who thought that he was going to fall to the 5th round? I can't believe it. So, guys, that is going to do it for me. You guys have a good one. Please stay safe. Go Browns. Go Cavs. I know I haven't talked about anything, but I hope the Cavs are going to dominate the Heat again, and then they're going to have to face... I don't know offhand who they have to face. I think it's the Pacers. I have to look at that. I have no idea who they have to face after. But they're going to crush the Heat again. Go Guards. As of recording this, they were down 3-0, and then they ended up coming back 4-3 in the first inning. So already a great game to start off with. So I just wanted to come down here and make this video for you guys and just say, guys, the Browns didn't do as bad as people are going to say. I thought they had a great draft. All right, guys, have a good one and stay safe. Go Cleveland.